Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And a beautiful Wednesday morning it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. And of course, you know we do it like this every month. We've got Wellness Wednesday, and that is with Joy and Baptist Healthcare. And listen to this. When we talk about wellness, I don't want you to just put that in one area, because there are so many entities that cover. And today, not do I have one from Baptist, I've got two. So you know we've got a lot to talk about today. I encourage you, be a part of the conversation at 850-432-7768. You can call or text. But when there's something you want to know, I always lead you with this. The only crazy question is the one that's not asked. And right now, I want to welcome in my guest today, because it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look, Andy, you're the first time coming here. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Sonshine. Thanks.
We got him broke in, all right?
He good.
He good. And of course, you know, we got Joy, the voice of the community, the face of the community that does all of the Faith Network, Dr. Joy.
Faith Health Network.
Faith Health Network. You see how it covers? But you know, it is good. And guys, I know we got so much to talk about, because I was reading over all of the information you sent me. So many things is on the way, but it's all benefiting the community.
Yes.
Things that you don't think about that will be, you know, top of mind. And I believe that the more you talk about something, it plants it in the subconscious.
That's
and you
right.
know it's right there. You know what I mean, Andy?
I
mean,
get it.
I want you to tell us about you, since this is the first time you're stepping in with us. I'm gonna give the mic to you first. Tell me about you.
Well, I'm an RN at the Baptist Behavioral Health Unit, and I was a charge nurse on the youth unit for a long time, and I moved to a charge nurse on the adult unit, and now I'm filling in the role as a quality manager for Baptist Behavioral Health.
Really? Now I'm gonna say this, and it might be, you know, it might sound funny, but no, I don't get to see many RNs that are men.
Oh, we have a lot of them.
Really?
Yes. We have a
A
lot.
lot of them. You see, girls, it's a new day. I mean, but that's a good thing. So why is my pulse going so fast, Tom? I'm just kidding. But welcome in with us, because we got so many things to talk about. And Joy, of course, you're on top of everything, and I tell you, I appreciate you so much. I was watching you on a clip that was on, look at her face, you go, huh, what? You had the mic, you leaned over. It was at an event that you were talking about with entrepreneur leadership and all this. Congratulations on that, because I watched it.
Thank you.
You're doing very well,
Thank
love.
you. I'm happy to be here, but I have two special things that I have to do.
Tell me.
Number one, Gulf Breeze Hospital, happy birthday, 40 years.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and so also Baptist Healthcare Foundation is celebrating 50 years this year.
Oh my God,
So
look
that's
at these.
Casey and Megan and Sophia and Melissa, all of their group, 50 years of raising funds to help support our mission at Baptist Healthcare of helping people throughout life's journey. So I just want to give them that on screen.
Oh, well, of course, that is that.
Yes, 50 years.
It is that. Melissa, I know her so well, and I mean, I know all of these guys.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like it's 50 years.
50 years. 50
Time flies.
years.
But when
yeah.
you're doing something good, it seems like it just go like that, because it's not that you're sitting there going, okay, we got to do this, because it's something that's beneficial to others.
Yes.
And I see with all of the information that you sent over to me, we've got a lot of things to talk about today. I mean, it's just so many things that are happening. But I appreciate the fact that I love working in advance.
Yes.
I don't like to wait till the poop.
Yeah.
And all those slides you were sending me, these things are dated where it's time for people to get ready to prepare for the things that are great for them. You know what I mean? And which one do you want to focus on first, Andy, that's coming up?
Well, man, there's so much to talk about. It's hard to pick one. You know,
I mean, do it like this. Then what's the most common early warning? Let's go to mental health. Why? Because mental health is so important to me. Because I see that, and I don't want you to think that mental health only affects children. It affects adults as well. But you got to be able to be aware and know the signs and the things that you can do to protect and to help those people who are dealing with mental health. My question today is for either one of you. What are some of the most common early warning signs that of mental health, the challenges that they have?
Well, you know, mental health is really a complicated thing that a lot of people try to make too simplistic.
Exactly.
And so we do see signs, but we have to be able to, you know, look at those signs. We have to be looking for them. Oftentimes we get too busy going on our daily lives that we don't recognize, you know, Johnny missed X amount of band practices.
Right.
You know, we don't notice that someone who used to, sit at the table with lots of friends is now sitting by themselves.
Right.
And so it's those types of things that we need to be aware of.
Look at those little bitty things that you would not even think about.
And it's another one, like if a person normally keeps a clean house or a clean car, and all of a sudden you get in the car and it looks like you have to think about.
Man, I got some friends need to talk to y'all. I just had to add that. I got to talk to Andy because I walk in that car, I go, oh. Oh, wow. But you know what? That makes sense. Because of the fact that there's no organization there, there's no time to really see what I see by my stepping into that vehicle, and you don't recognize those things yourself, but you would tell me, oh no, it's nothing wrong with me, or it's okay. When I say that, Joy, Andy, in our community, we feel like it is something wrong to say that we need to see a therapist because we have mental health issues.
Yeah.
But I want us to come away from those, I could say, commonalities that people put as stigma. But we've created that, I think, ourselves.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes, even when we were growing up, baby, what happens in this house, don't you let this out this house. Now that happened in this house, that don't go out the door. And those are things that still, to some of us in our culture, they do that today, and there's an issue there.
Yes.
Even with mental health.
Yes.
Because back in the day, people kept those kids at home. They did what they thought they had to do themselves.
I was watching an episode of House of Pain last night on.
I love that show.
And they were talking about one of the children was having behavior issues at school. He was on academic and behavior probation. And the counselor, the school counselor, was at the home, which we know that don't really happen anymore.
That's right.
But it was a good model. And she was saying, he was like, what intervention should we do? And she said, counseling or therapy. And Calvin, who's an African-American man portraying in that family as the father, he went back, he was like, counseling. And he was like, all we did was go to church.
There you go.
And so that is the biggest stigma. I can tell you about growing up. My cousin had schizophrenia. But when we were younger, we were told somebody put something in his drink.
Oh my God, somebody put something on you.
Yeah, but that's not really what happened. It was just an imbalance. And so remember, we always talk about family history is not an old family secret anymore.
That's right.
So you have to know and tell your children what runs in the family so that they know what happens if they run into it.
Exactly. So they can have something to even look for. Then they recognize that. He's learning too. He said, oh, really? That happened in your family like that? Yeah. I see it on your face, Andy. But that's the way it was. And that was what was implemented in us. And we stood by those rules.
Right,
Sure.
right.
And did it happen like that in your family?
It did. I think we're growing a lot as far as mental health awareness.
Right.
A lot of what was happening prior was being swept under the rug. And there was a lot of trauma that came from that.
Exactly. Let me ask you something. Even when you can tell when there's an adult dealing with mental health, what is the, Joy, is it good?
I
know it's good, girl. But what are the signs of that differ with mental health and stress?
Okay, that's a good question. So they could bleed in together, but when we see signs of stress, they're temporary.
Okay.
When we start seeing them over long periods of time, we can start to assume that there might be a mental health challenge, and we might see that in what we call avoidance behaviors. And so avoiding certain situations that might cause them stress.
Really?
And when they do that, they get a little hit of dopamine, good, I missed out on this thing that I really didn't want to do.
Exactly.
But in the long run, it hurts them. And so that could be, I put it this way, like since we're going to be talking about youth mental health first aid, let's take little Johnny didn't study for his spelling test. And he's afraid to take the spelling test because he's going to get a bad grade.
But of course.
So the day of that spelling test, he fakes a stomach ache.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. So he doesn't have to take the test,
Wow.
And in temporary, he wins. Good. I got to avoid that thing that was stressing me out.
Yes.
but that report card has to come out.
Oh my God, oh my God, we're learning something.
You know, and now that stress happens again, and that's a lot more harder to avoid.
Because that card is coming out.
Right.
That stomachache's not going to get that.
Right.
Unbelievable. I mean, but these are things, ladies and gentlemen, that we've got to realize and really take notes and patterns so that we'll see what's happening in our home, so we can be that person, so we know where to take them to get the help that they need. And not just go on, and God, I love my parents, both of them, rest their beautiful souls, but the things that we grew up on does not work like that today. I mean, and that's that closeness that they had back then, and our culture taught that. But in order for us to see now, because I see, even by being with you here at Joy for the last year, the things we've talked about, I've learned so much that I thought a totally different way that I see in people. And I'll say, okay, maybe you need to talk about that. Or maybe you need to seek somebody about that. Because of what I've learned, even with the body gestures.
Right, right.
I mean, little things that add up, and, oh, I'm okay. Really? Then tell me, Johnny, why are you always doing this? You understand what I'm saying? That's just things that I've learned by seeing that. And with mental health, it is so prevalent today in every community, not just ours. I would encourage everybody, these events that are coming up, please take these dates down so you can be a part of. This is how we come up with a solution. How? Be a part of something that's being brought for you. Right. And that mental health is coming up when? That's going to be what date?
So Youth Mental Health First Aid is going to be July 25th.
That's right. That's in a few weeks.
And that's going to be held at our Bear building at the main hospital.
Right.
And that is open for the public. And so we really encourage as many people to sign up for it. We're going to have a flyer that's going to be posted on
the mental health is going to pop, because there's a QR code on there, right?
Yes,
right.
Yes.
And we're going to have that pop up on the screen here in just a short. There it is. That QR code, all you need, get your phone, go to the TV screen now. Take it, go to it, and get it done. But the fact of it is, this is done for the family. It's a family event. So I think anything dealing with our children, Mom and Dad need to go, you go learn something too. That's going to be able to help with the kids. Let me ask you a question off the wall. How can we tell the difference between substance use and a mental health issue?
Well, substance use is a mental health issue.
But wouldn't that be a little bit of a difference in the things?
There is. Again, it's pretty complicated, but in a nutshell, with substance use, they found something to temporarily take away whatever's bothering them, but on the back end, it's causing them lots of harm. And when they build addiction, it's very hard to get out of that trap. And so they need a lot of help, a lot of support from family and community, and we need to, teach the community. It's not just a issue of willpower.
Exactly.
That's good, Andy.
That's really good.
It's a disease that you have to defeat. I mean, can you imagine going throughout your day without having your reward system reward you, without having a substance on board? And so a lot of times, folks that have substance use, they're not taking to necessarily get high. They're taking to feel normal.
Really?
So they don't feel bad.
So they can operate with that way of feeling, that feeling. Really? I guess that's when you call addicted.
And we all have addictive behavior. So let's be clear. I've heard a pastor say to us when we did mental health in a church, he said everyone has mental health. Mental illness shows up when you don't take care of your mental health.
Good point.
And so whether it's substance abuse, which we know is very big in our community, but even in our coordinate circles, it could be shopping. It could be eating. It could be a lot of different things that we are addicted to, but because it's not a street drug or
it's not brought to
it's not brought to the attention.
I got you.
So anything that we overindulge in.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to coffee.
I ain't addicted to coffee.
I just have to say it. I get up first when I hit the floor. I go in that bathroom, come back, kitchen, boop, automatically popped on.
And you don't feel right when you don't get it in the morning.
And I cannot move. I said, I gotta have it.
Same thing.
If it affects your day, if you don't get to do it.
You got that right, because I'm gonna say, where's my coffee?
My head hurts.
If I don't have this, I'm gonna bite you. You know? Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking with our friends from Baptist Healthcare, and we want you to be a part of this conversation. Many events that are coming up that's going to be most beneficial for you. I encourage you, do not fear the question, ask the question. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay.
That is right.
Love it. So we're going to be back with more right here on Sonshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sonshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sonshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner on this midweek day. I call it motivation, but when you're talking wellness, you're motivated, you learn things, you apply things, and that's the only way you're gonna grow. I'm so pleased to have with me my good friend, Joy. She's always here to make us smile. And of course, Andy, you're gonna be with us again, man, because you're rolling off like this.
Hey,
it's
I appreciate it. Anytime.
You gotta come back.
Anytime.
Listen at this, okay? The first thing you should be aware of, or the first thing you do when you suspect that someone is struggling with certain things, what would you do? But what are the things that you kind of, in mental health, you see it, let's say I'm a person, I look at Joy and I say, oh gosh, that's difficult.
They go to FPL sign again.
I mean, she is so funny, okay? I love her. It was a perfect kind of love. But one other thing, that's Joy and I know what we're talking about, okay?
Sure.
What other, he said, sure, leave me out.
FPL singing in the middle.
I do.
We work for Baptist.
Yep.
Yeah, just my
I mean, they do sponsor our cafeteria, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
a good- All right,
So
we
thank
good.
you.
We good.
Look, we good on that now, Andy. Give me a pound, Joy. All right, then. Well, listen to this. I forgot what I asked.
See that?
Okay, what are
What
the
was
first
the
things
first-
that when you're struggling? What are some of the signs that you see, first of all, that they're struggling with something?
Well,
Things
again,
that we should kind of look
it's
for.
you'll see a change in behaviors.
Okay.
Maybe somebody who, has a hobby that they used to do all the time. They're not doing those things anymore.
Right.
They're having those avoidance behaviors. They might be coming in late when they never used to. And what's important for us to do is learn how to be approachable. That's the first thing that we need to do is we need to convince that person that we are not going to be judgmental in any way if they came to us.
Right.
And so we have to put that out there. We can say that by saying, I've noticed these certain behaviors. Are you doing okay?
Good job.
And not saying that this will pass, what most people would like to say, because that's not very helpful at all.
Exactly. Not helpful at all.
That's pushing them away. They're like, well, they don't want to listen to my
Joy probably can relate
issue.
to this too. You can go back when grandma said, no, baby gonna be all right. Just go and let them lay down. They're gonna be all right. Give them a piece of cake. They'll be all right in a minute. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? But that was their shelter of love that they had, that they sheltered us with, and not knowing the different mechanisms and the things that can be used today to better that child. And when you look at that now, you know, even with grandma, no pun intended, the grandma I had, it's not the grandma I see today. Do you understand what I'm saying? The grandma that I had, you don't see it today. So I'm hoping that maybe with the grandmas today, they are more up to date on some of the things that we're talking about. But let's move over a little bit more to crisis.
Okay.
In with mental health. What are the key steps in responding to someone that's in a crisis with mental health?
One is, again, it's going to be that support. And unfortunately, if we see somebody that's really struggling, we have to ask those tough questions. You know, we have to ask, you know, are you thinking about suicide? And if they are, what are the help that we can give them? And so we need to know, do they have means to do so? Do they have a plan? And
are you telling me that sometimes they'll have mental health that they will go to the point of wanting to commit suicide?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
And I used to think that was like, I went through a training called QPR, and they said the thing that you do is you ask,
right,
are you thinking about committing suicide? I would never, and I'm bold, that's not something that I would ask a person.
Exactly.
But then the next question is, do you have a plan?
Oh my God.
So they give you, like, it's not harsh, it's just, let's get to the point quickly so that we can get you help quicker. You know, we like to have those feel-good conversations.
Of course.
Well, what color was this, and how was the meal last night? No, Sonshine, are you thinking about committing suicide?
I hear you.
You see what I mean? So yeah, we can do the fluff later, but right now we need to get to the point
because
of it
it's at a crisis point.
Right, we're at crisis.
Wow. How do you safely approach somebody who's suicidal or
How do you do what?
How do you safely approach that person that may be thinking suicide or experiences psychosis? How?
Well, with suicide, we want to stay with that person because we don't want them to be impulsive and have an impulsive act.
Right.
And especially any sort of substances that can cause that impulsive action, such as alcohol in the home, any sort of.
So all this need to be removed.
That needs to be removed. The means of doing so needs to be removed.
I got you.
And if it continues, we might need to have that person evaluated, and we use the Baker Act to do that.
And Baker Act is?
So Baker Act is it's a way that somebody could receive professional help and determine that they are safe. And so they'll be brought into an ER department or Lakeview receiving facility, and they will see licensed counselors, and they will speak with a psychiatrist or a nurse practitioner, and they will be in a safe place where it's very, very difficult to cause any self-harm.
I understand totally. And ladies and gentlemen, we're talking things that affect us daily, and I want you to make sure there's an event coming up on the 25th. It is open to the public, that you can bring your family out, and the location is?
The Bear Building at Baptist Hospital.
Please do not allow this opportunity to pass you up. There's the information and the time on the screen. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 4:30. This is all day. So there can be a time that you can be there. Let's not allow these opportunities to bypass us when it's something that's so needed in all of our homes.
Can I make a plug here? So pastors, your youth pastors, your youth groups, your Sunday school teachers, especially those that deal with your youth in Sunday school.
Right.
Your VBS, Vacation Bible School staff. That room can hold a lot of people.
Right.
Okay? I want it maxed out.
Exactly.
Because all of this stuff that you're asking, him and Andy and his team are going to equip people with what to do. Knowledge is power. Remember, we talked about that. And our people perish for the lack of knowledge, right?
Exactly.
And so, look
at the knowledge. Come on,
it's like in the book.
I'm going to have to. Yeah, this got a book.
That's right. So, even though the class is great, it's really good, but it's only
it's only there, Andy.
It's only 8 hours long, and so the real gold in the class is the book that you receive. This book is about the equivalent of a college course.
Yes,
and it'll tell you everything that you need to know. So we can't cover everything in such a short amount of time, but you will have that information with you
We need to pass them
when
up.
you leave. So, and this book will be free to you, and it will cover everything from substance abuse to psychosis to depression and anxiety disorders to oppositional disorders, and more importantly, what do we do as mental health first aiders to get the person the help that they need.
Okay.
It's like the CPR for the mind.
Absolutely.
You know, we know, you know, we got AIDS.
Come on now.
But what happens when
CPR
it's-
for the man.
Yeah.
You better talk to me.
That's what it is. What do we do to get you, you know, okay until Andy gets there?
Right.
Because see, Sonshine, you and I don't have the credentials.
That's right.
But Andy has the credentials. So what do we do with the person? And let me say this, they're doing youth, but some of the principles can be applied to adults as well. Okay? But here's the thing, what can we do?
Exactly.
You know,
let me ask an off the wall question. How do you no, when you say adults got these issues too, what's the main thing or one of the signs with an adult?
With an adult, again, I would say that those avoidance behaviors, again, is a really big sign. And those slight change in behaviors that just doesn't sit right.
I know some people.
And those are the things that we need to investigate. And
Right.
we do so politely and let them know that we're approachable and, you know, we're non-judgmental.
Exactly.
And that
was my next question.
well, if I could be transparent, I am who I am, and people see me and they see this pillar of strength. But I have depression and anxiety,
So
and
do
I
I.
take medication for them, right? But my signs, avoidance. So one day I could be, you know, I'm the life of the party, I think. One day I could be up and ready, but the next day I don't want to be bothered. If I can get to my bed, which is my safe space, but it's also my, that's dangerous.
Okay.
Because I have a group of friends, they can call and be like, wait a minute, you've been in bed 3 days.
Right.
You know, I used to put blackout curtains in my bedroom.
Okay.
So I didn't know if it was
Day or
morning,
night.
noon, or night, right? So I could rest. But it's real. And it's so many of us that are managing behavioral, you know, issues,
Of course.
mental and behavior issues. But there's just as many of us who are in denial or undiagnosed.
I'm here to say, and I ask these questions because there's something that I found out that I went through and didn't know it until I dug more. When you say pull off to yourself, I call myself a loner. When I say I don't want to deal with it, and then I'm quick too, I know this is part of it, I will tell you what day it is and then walk off. But then don't bother me. I'm going to read you your rights. Then don't bother me. And I know I got to work on that. I dealt with something that I didn't even know I had. And I mean, it was a difficult time in my life. And it was death that was happening so fast. And I mean, it was things that was happening to me that I didn't know until I found out what it was. I'll share that with you in a minute. But it's some things I say that because you think we're just talking about children. But we're talking about adults too, and it's okay not to be okay. It's okay with the cares of the world today, with the things that we deal with today. I'd probably find out something else that's wrong with me. I mean, that I could work on to make it even better. You know, what I'm talking about is the fact that I went through a stage where I found out that I was going through broken heart syndrome.
It's a medical term for that.
I did not know, but I was dealing with broken heart syndrome because so many things that had happened so quick. And I had pulled myself off and I was just totally alone. I didn't know how to deal with it. When you say the blackout curtains, I had those too. That you call my house, my phone ring, either one, landline or cell, neither one. But I understand that. But when I found out what I was dealing with, why the pain that was so fierce on the inside of me, then I had to learn how to release and let it go. Therapy helps everybody.
Absolutely. You know, there's a saying that a good therapist has a good therapist.
You got that right. I like that. Yeah, I got a good therapist because this is the work right here.
Right.
I mean,
And let me say this, social media is not there.
oh God, no! Don't get on social media and
It
tell
is
your
not
business.
therapy. You can tell your business, but you need to go sit on somebody's couch too.
No, you tell your business that you want to fight everybody else because they know your
Right,
business.
and then as friends, as your circle, you have to keep your thumb on the pulse
Exactly.
of what's happening with the people around you.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you from a mother perspective, back to Andy's point, we ask our children closed-end questions and think they're going to give us a spiel of everything. So I could say, JJ, how are you? Okay. No. How was your day? What happened interesting in your day today? Anything changed? So back to that house of pain scenario.
Yeah.
The younger child was being bullied and the older child stepped up for him and he got expelled. So we also have to pay attention to behaviors that are in our, when we were growing up, there was no door closing in homes.
Oh no, they would take, if
my
you
mama
shut the
would take
door,
the whole
you
door
really
off
want to get
the
yourself
hinge,
hurt.
right? So now they're secluded in things with this generation has more information at their fingertips
Than we ever thought about.
good, bad, indifferent. So now you have to be careful of what they watch on TV, what their ear gates are getting. But you have to just be mindful how they dress, Andy. How did they change? What happened? My son looked like a bum every day. I'd be like, look, bro, you got to get this together.
Look, I almost jumped on mine. Man, you gonna pull them pants up on your butt? I don't want to see your butt.
Mine ain't the pants. It's just that he just like, hey, I ain't going nowhere, so hey, I'm just gonna walk around like this. But even Andy, what do you remember? The kids, they wear these hoodies all year long.
Oh,
And it's
even
90
it's
degrees on the
100
outside.
degrees
But
outside,
I've heard some stuff around that. Do you think that's a comfort?
I don't know enough about that
Yeah,
to
I'm just
speak
curious.
on it. I could guess, and I would
But
think
when
that
it's
it's a
100
comfort
degrees on the
item.
outside and they got that thick sweat on, I'm sweating for you.
Yeah.
Well, I used to live in Denver, and there was a lot of folks that were walking out in snowstorms in shorts. They didn't own a pair of pants, and it's
Denver?
in Denver. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
I couldn't imagine.
I'm telling you, bro.
And that was their thing that they preferred, and that's okay.
It's okay. Man, we're learning some stuff today. We're talking with Andy and, of course, Joy from Baptist Healthcare. And I don't know about you, but I'm being educated every time because I apply these things that I learned. Stay with us. We're going to talk more because there are other events that you need to know about as well. But I'm not done with mental health yet. Got some other questions right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Come see us at Royal Appliance Outlet. We have refrigerators, washers and dryers, stoves, beautiful furniture from all of your name brands that you know and trust. Samsung, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, and GE, all at discount prices. Come visit us today at 1612 Face Boulevard. You're gonna love our easy credit to help you bring all your favorite furniture home. Come visit Royal Appliance Outlet.
It's baseball season. From heart-stopping plays to legendary victories, this is baseball at its finest. Grab your seat, bring your energy, and witness greatness live. Don't just watch it, feel it. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos are back, and you can watch Pensacola Blue Wahoos home games live on Fridays and Saturdays, only on Blab TV. Love the Blue Wahoos but can't watch? Get your tickets now.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
Shopping than the one that I'm doing.
Okay. And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. We've got so much to talk about today, I tell you. This hour is not long enough, but you know what? We got a tidbit, as Papa Rock used to say. I'll give you a tidbit so you can know that you got something good that you can go search and find out even more. Now, Joy, we were talking about mental health. There's one more thing I want to go with you, Andy, because you are just answering them like this off the cuff. Because of the fact, these are things that we need to know. Don't fear the fact of knowledge. Knowledge is power. And when we get that knowledge, apply it and watch the difference. Think about that. And to say that there are so many things that we see every day that we don't even realize that are part of the problem that can be fixed. Yeah. Now, when it comes to mental health and first aid, he's smiling, so he knows where I'm going.
I think I do.
Okay.
Like,
how can you explain action plan used in mental health and first aid?
Sure. So we call it mental health first aid because we're playing off, regular first aid. If you know first aid and you know CPR, that's really good, but it doesn't make you a doctor.
Right.
Right. But
that's good.
It buys you time to get them to the place where they need to be.
Exactly.
Mental health first aid is exactly the same. Knowing mental health first aid does not make you a psychiatrist or a therapist, but it teaches you what you need to do before they get the help that they need.
Really?
Yes.
That's good stuff. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? When you talk, you ask and you see. It's always ways that we can better things. And when you realize something, and then when you see it, the light bulb comes on. So, oh, that's what they were talking about. So maybe I can do this. So don't forget about the 25th. That you can be there between 8:30 and 4. Right there at the Bear Foundation building.
125 Baptist Way. You gotta be there.
Got to be there. There's no question about if, when, or what. You must be there. So please make plans for that. Wow. Now I know we're gonna switch over because I know Joy got so many.
Yeah, I do want to make some clarification. So it is an 8-hour class, so you can't just come in,
sit down, and then go.
Yeah, and then and there's also some pre-work that you have to do online. But after you're done, you get a certificate, and if you're a professional, you can turn those in for CEUs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so if you're, a therapist or a nurse or whatever profession you need to have CEUs to keep your license, you can use that class to help with that.
And it's free.
Say that one more time.
Well, it's not free. It's no cost.
Okay.
I got to stop using the word free. Because it costs, because those books are not free. But because, we care about our community and we are helping people through our life's journey.
Exactly.
We will invest in them.
Exactly. And now I'm going to go quickly, Joy. I'm going to skip over. We'll go to Alzheimer's first, okay? Because of that, I think the date. Okay, that's Andy.
Yep.
Joy said, Then we're going to come back to your special event, okay? What motivates you to walk with that organization, Alzheimer's?
Well, it's the awareness, and it's such a horrible disease to watch somebody that you love so much, start losing their memory and their faculties, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that. So this awareness helps promote more scientific research.
Right.
So we could prevent future families from having to deal with this horrible disease in their loved ones.
Absolutely. I walked with them a couple of years, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I have a plea for the community, everybody that's watching. Please, please, please register for this.
Exactly.
Even if you cannot attend the walk, it costs $0. Register, because we need to show the Alzheimer's Association that we need resources in Northwest Florida. Right? We got to get the resources, and the way we do that is by showing them that we care about this.
Exactly.
And so even if we want to see you there, we want you a part of the team, but even if you can't be, we need for you to register.
It's going to be at the Maritime Park, right?
It is, yeah.
But come on, that back there with the stage and everything in the back, that should be jam-packed.
Should be, yeah.
It's going to be. We're going to speak those things that are not. It's going to be this year. It's going to be filled to the rim. I want people to do that and get that done early and have that out the way and go out and participate. And you may have a loved one that don't even know that.
That's right.
Think about it. But those are things that we need to do. What's the early signs that you look for with your loved ones who's suffering with Alzheimer's?
So I'm not a professional on Alzheimer's, so I don't want to be able to answer those questions.
But this is how you find out. Register for October the 5th.
Or go back into one of our Wellness Wednesdays and go to the archives. We had the Alzheimer's Association on.
We sure did.
We did. And so they gave us, because that's when we learned Alzheimer's and dementia, remember?
It was like, exactly.
We were
but if you go back to our YouTube channel, you can get all of them.
Yep. And they're there.
And they are there. Now, Joy, let's move on to you.
Now you want to talk to me. We got 10 minutes in.
But I tell you, this is my girl. with the event and the things that you're doing, let's talk about that. Tell everybody what you've got, what's planned with them, and all the stuff that you do. I could just put the paper down and I'm gonna give you the mic.
Yeah, so the next day after mental health, let's start there. So on July 17th at 6 p.m., same location, Bear Family Foundation Conference Center, 125 Baptist Way, 2nd floor C. I have the whole C, the whole conference room. We're going to be talking about advocating and navigating the health system. So what does that mean? How do you get from the bank of, or wait a minute, get it right, Joy. The bank of Pensacola to get over to Gulf Breeze? How do we do that?
Go across the bridge.
We can say it again?
We go across the bridge.
We go across the bridge. So I'm going to teach you how to be a bridge to help get you and your loved ones from this place in healthcare to the next place, right? Remember all that turmoil we went through when the bridge was out?
God, yes.
Our patients go through that every day because they don't have anybody to walk with them through things, and so they have to go all the way. Remember, we had to go all the way around to Garcon Point. That takes a lot of time, and you add a chronic disease to that, then you really just you sometimes you don't have a lot of time.
Exactly.
Right. And so we have free dinner. You must register. You just easiest number in Pensacola, 448-227-PRAY. 7729, and you can register for that. That is open to the community. If you are Medicare age this year, meaning you got to make a decision about Medicare at 65, I need you in the room. If your child is about to age off of your insurance, I need you in the room. If you have recently lost your Medicaid, I need you in the room. We will be there and equipped to help.
Have people really been losing their Medicaid?
Oh, absolutely. We went through a whole Medicaid redetermination process maybe last year. What they did was they sent out these blanket envelopes. There was nothing on it that said Florida Medicaid or anything. And of course, what do? We think that's junk mail, right? And so we just toss it. And so if you didn't respond to that information, so now people are having to do other things to be reevaluated to now be deemed eligible. So yes, so we will have tools, we will have a little fun, but more than that, I want to make sure that our community knows what they need to do, because we always talk about access. Access is the big thing, but the first line of defense around health and wellness is insurance. So we will even have some places, if you're not insured, this is where you go. If you can't be insured, this is where you go.
Are there instances where you cannot be insured?
There are some instances in Florida where you cannot be insured, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my, learn something else.
Yeah, there are some instances, it's a lot of different ones, but there are some instances where you're uninsurable.
Oh my goodness. So I mean, ladies and gentlemen, come on now. This event's coming up. You need to be there to learn everything you need to know. You could be uninsurable and don't even know it.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? But this is what we do at Wellness Wednesday. This is the place that we give out the information that's definitely important to us. And we're not just touching in one area, we touch the whole spectrum.
And I'm coming out of retirement. I don't even teach anymore. But I'm passionate about this.
Right.
So normally I bring guest speakers in, but I'm passionate about getting people from one space to the next, because healthcare is very complex.
It is.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that. So ladies and gentlemen, come on, be a part of this conversation. If you're something you want to know, don't think you know it all. If you want to find out something that I definitely think you should find out, this is a place you can find it out, 850-432-7768. You can call or text. And I get so many people, you will be amazed after the show in my inbox. How many questions? Don't be afraid. Well, I wanted to call, but I was afraid to call. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. Call, talk, and find out things about yourself that's going to benefit you and your family. Why would you not want to know? Here's a person that's going to educate you on things that's going to be beneficial for your health. To get the services that you need.
And even when you get health insurance, some people are employed and they have an EAP. Employee assistance program, and that
I was going to say, what's an EAP?
Yeah, they can give you some, counseling or some therapy, but there is a way to get in, and I just want to show people the ways to get into the systems that they need to understand. And You know, we have a lot of people who won't even ask their doctors questions because of the power dynamic. So if you're afraid to or ask them questions, I'm gonna give you a little book. Write your questions down.
Exactly.
Take it with you. Give it to the nurse at check-in. These are the things that I need to go over. Yeah.
Are we breaking that barrier that we have in our community?
What barrier?
The barrier where as the information is there, but we won't go with it.
We're gnawing at the volcano slowly, but it's conversations like this, it's trainings like these that actually people are gonna leave youth mental health first aid and advocating and navigating the health system empowered. Whenever you get something good, you got to tell everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
over and over again.
Yes, over and over again. You know, you're going to take the things that you remember and you're going to say, hey, you know what? You remember when so-and-so, I think. And so what made you think that? Well, I went to this training, blah, 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 blah. And it just becomes a ripple effect. And so we are very, very resource rich in this community, but we have some barriers that we have to break down. And
I got you. And then with these barriers, ladies, I want to talk about that when we come back. We've got to run to break. But I want to find out more about the barriers so we can put it out there. And if you're one that's sitting in that position with a barrier like that, you know what you need to do to remove it. We're going to come back with more right here with Baptist Healthcare on Wellness Wednesdays and Sunshine's Corner.
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quince Dieter, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to this edition of Sunshine's Corner. It is Wellness Wednesday with Baptist Healthcare. And for the caller, I think that person hung up, but I would encourage you to call back. 850-432-7768. So if you've got a question, don't let it bypass you, that you can get it answered here today, right here. 850-432-7768. As we were talking off screen with the mental health, with the educational features that you're offering, and all of the things that's coming up in the community, I want to encourage, now this is a plea from me to the community. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please do not allow these opportunities to bypass you. The reason why I reach so deep to keep you informed on what's happening in the community, so that you will know what's there for you. I don't just go out and reach. Joy and I don't talk about these things for the monthly issue just for nothing. We want you to be a part of, to let you know the resources that are there for you. It's only to better our community. And Andy, you got to come back because you're full of knowledge.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, he said, and I mean, he speaks so well. He's so well versed because that's your area, and you know now when you connect the dots, look how they all work together. And we're bringing this together so we can better our community health-wise. And I just appreciate that from the heart, because a lack of knowledge,
we perish.
A lack of knowledge, we perish. And don't let this bypass you, people, please. Now, there's something else on the flyer that I saw. It was about, even with the veterans and stuff like that.
Yeah, Firewatch.
It's Firewatch.
Talk about that one, Andy.
All right, so this is something that's a little close to my heart, because not only am I a nurse at Baptist, I'm also a veteran of the Coast Guard.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. But unfortunately, we have an issue within our veteran community, and that is we have a very high suicide rate. There's a lot of demons that are going on, whether it's family issues, whether it's PTSD, financial issues, whatever it may be. We see a lot of homelessness in our veteran community because and there's a lot of substance use in our veteran community. And so because of all these things, we start seeing a growth in the suicide rate. Now, this program, Firewatch, is developed in Florida to help decrease that suicide rate.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can do is that you can go to thefirewatch.org and you could take a short little training, and it will tell you how you could help our veterans and how you can get them the help that they need. And then you will be considered a watchstander that helps veterans from getting the help that they need and prevent suicide.
I mean, would you say that it has increased with the numbers of the veterans, right? With the suicide?
Right.
Has, go a little left field on you, with the things, with the cuts that have been made here locally out at the Veterans Administration, how does that affect that puts a?
I'm worried about it.
I mean, it has already happened here in Pensacola. They made the cuts over there already. So I can see, because I know that I work with the guys with the veterans, right? And I see the things that they tell me, how it's affecting. They're trying so hard, but even with the ones that are on the street, that have nowhere to go. But with that cut and with the thing that's so dear, I see it in your face when you talked about it, how are we going to combat these things that we're trying to?
Well, the community needs to fill in those gaps now.
Come on, talk to me.
And so taking education like the Firewatch, knowing what we can do, what resources that they have. I work for an organization called PVASON, which is the Pensacola Veteran Support Outreach Network. And there's a lot of veteran organizations out there that are designed to help veterans, whether it's financial, through school, if they're just having difficulty making connections. There's organizations that will take a group of veterans and take them out deep sea fishing.
Really?
Yeah, there's all sorts of really cool organizations to help our veterans that we just need to get the word out. Like we thank them so much for sacrificing what they did for our country. We need to give back to them. But in order for them to participate, they have to know about it.
You got that right. And you see, when you say that to educate them and with the things that they're going to, think about, these are people that fought for us and all of this, that they've given all their services for us, and with the things that, when you say come back with PTSD, the things that they are dealing with, don't look down on a man unless you're bending over to pick him up. With the things that you're doing, let's put all of that together and stop saying, you can do that. And you don't know what's happening here that got that person there. I think about with some of the veterans I see, and I see the struggles that they're going through. That's where the community got to step up and let's be a part to help. That's where even when you mentioned the education program, I think about the program out there at PSC, where they got a veterans program out there that they can go to college to help them to get their education.
Yeah.
And that program is just about free, people. All we got to do is give them the knowledge to help them. There's another young man I had on that he comes out to try to help them once a month down here on Palafox Street. His name is Mark. He comes out and he feeds them, he talks to them, he tries to educate them to get them to know how to fill out the paperwork they need to be filled out. And I think that's massive, coming out with the community. So why don't we come together? What is it called, the event that you have?
So Firewatch is for suicide prevention of veterans, and then PVASON is the support network. for veterans here in Pensacola.
Absolutely.
And, the surrounding areas.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we have given you so much information today, but again I say, and you hear me say this often, that knowledge is power. Do not allow all of these opportunities. Yeah, Joy, we're down to the raw.
I got something to say too.
Okay, go right and say it, baby.
So you saw those statistics that were
we got
on
one
the
minute.
screen. Statistics hit different. Data hits different when it's somebody you love.
Amen.
When you love someone, that's a data point. So if you have veterans that you love, if you have children that you love, these events that Andy talked about, please, please, because it hits different
when it's at home.
When it's at home.
When you always say, oh, that'll never happen to me, never say never.
That's right.
Never say never. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we got to go, and there's so much more in my head. I didn't even go through all my papers. But the fact of it is, we had a great day. We got a lot of information. Now, Andy, I want to thank you for coming in to share all of that knowledge that you have. And look, Joe, we got to have him back, because he's not afraid to talk.
If his schedule permits it,
That's
I'll
right.
do it.
We're going to say, put it on your schedule. And Joy, that's your seat, and you know this. And I appreciate you from the heart. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've given you a lot today, and I ask of you. Now, this show will be played again this afternoon at 6 o'clock. So if you didn't get it, tell somebody to tell somebody, look, this is the show you need to tune into to find out all the information when it comes down to wellness, because it encompasses a whole lot. I want to leave you as I do every day. Don't forget, now check me out tomorrow, with it being the 4th of July Eve. We've got Antoine Knight coming in. He's going to give you a saxophone song that's going to turn you up. Going to show you what the music is like right here on set. Do that. So I'll leave you as I do. Never, ever, ever lose your focus, friends. Always remember, if you keep God first in whatever you do. Now this, I will guarantee and put my stamp on it. You're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow at 9 o'clock for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with the perfect kind of love. Keep shining, keep going, keep receiving, do it. The information is there. Don't pass it up. Thank you, Baptist Healthcare, Joy and Andy. I appreciate you. Bye for now, guys. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. It's too important to let it go. I appreciate you guys so much for coming out early today, right here on Sunshine's Corner. Thank you.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.